Good evening and welcome to Joe Spikes Field in Lamesa. It's an area-round contest between the Fillies and the Stanton Lady Buffs. The Fillies 11-1 district champions out of District 2. The Stanton Lady Buffs 7-3, the third place team out of District 4. Stanton 22-8 on the year. The Fillies 25-8 on the year. Right now the Fillies number 17 in the coaches poll. Ranked in the 3A state of Texas. Fillies have won 18 of their last 19. Tonight is game one of a best of three area round series. So game number one tonight, supposed to start at 7. We're running a little bit behind schedule, but game number one tonight. Game number two will be 5 o'clock here at Joe Spikes Field in Lamesa. And then if game 3 is necessary, that game will be 7 o'clock tomorrow evening here in Lamesa as well. So if you're around Shallow Water, you're free tomorrow. Get here. If not, maybe get up to Bushland and watch the baseball team. Right now, the Shallow Water Sports Network crew, we're spread out. Of course, all kinds of stuff going on. We were trying to watch a little bit of live feed from the state track meet in Austin. We've got 6 young ladies running state track there this evening, and Jake Warren along with Angel Flores, going to meet Tony Jackson and David Blackburn in Bushland for the boys opening round series, the bi-district series with Dalhart there at Bushland High School tonight. That one already underway. That one started at 5 o'clock. The Fillies and the Stanton Lady Buffs here in Lamesa. Nathan Riojas here with Zach Cole. He's producing for us, and Mia Davidson running the camera. So we're running a skeleton crew both places, but happy that you're spending your Thursday night with us. And we'll look quickly at kind of what the bracket looks like. You can see the winner of this series here will take on Bushland and Presidio. The winner of that, that's just a one-game playoff. They will play tomorrow night at 6:30. They're playing at Midland Greenwood. So Bushland, the 1 seed and district champs out of District 1, taking on the runners-up from District 4 and Presidio. The winner of that one we'll get the winner of Shallow Water and Stanton. So the Fillies taking a look at how they got here. They beat Dalhart in the bi-district round. They got off to a quick start. They scored 4 runs in the top of the first, and then had a 6-4 lead, or 6-2 lead, excuse me. It was tied up by Dalhart, and their pitcher, what was her first name? Hire. I just wrote S. Hire on the sheet. That was a mistake. But their pitcher, Hire, she tied it with a grand slam in the 4th. It was 6-6. And heading to the 7th inning, the Fillies, they got 1 in the top of the 6th. It was 7-6 after 6 innings. 2 quick outs in the top of the 7th. Gabby Caro had a 2-out double, and Brindley Currington a 2-out single, and a wild pitch made it 8-6. Fillies had a little bit of insurance, but they got the bases loaded, and Phoenix Navahar delivered the dagger. She had the base clearing double to make it 11-6 there in the top of the 7th. The Fillies go on to win that one 11-6. They scored 11 runs on 9 hits and just 2 errors. The story really for Dalhart, 6 runs on 6 hits, but they had 7 errors, and the Fillies took advantage of them. I mentioned Hire. She pitched all 7 innings. Gave up 9 hits, 11 runs, but only 6 of those runs earned. 7 walks and 12 strikeouts on 166 pitches. For the Fillies, Emma Davis, she was very solid. Gave up 6 hits, 6 runs, only 2 earned runs, 3 walks and 6 strikeouts on 120 pitches. Emma Davis also at the plate was 2 for 3, hit a home run, walked twice, drove in 2, and also scored 2. Phoenix Navahar had a big night. I talked about her big hit in the 7th to kind of put the dagger in for the Fillies. She was 1 for 3 with a double, 3 RBIs, also walked twice and scored a run. Gabby Caro had a big night at the plate. She was 2 for 4 with a double and scored 2 runs. Gabby actually had a bunt single that scored her. She scored in a throwing error to first base in the 2nd. So she laid down what would have been an infield single more than likely, but an error. That ball got all the way down in the right field corner. She came around to score kind of a de facto home run. Of course, Emma had that solo shot in the 2nd. That was her 17th home run of the season. That ties a Philly single season record. She'll be looking for number 18 tonight. She was pretty excited about that in the postgame when I talked to her. Beautiful facility here in Lamesa, Joe Spikes Field. Very nice facility, but it is deeper in left field. They don't have dimensions on the fence, but it is a lot deeper to left field than it is to right. So it's about 90 degrees. It was pretty warm out here today, a little bit warmer, a few degrees warmer anyways in Lamesa than what it was in Lubbock. Got close to 90 degrees. The wind, just a slight breeze, 5 to 10 miles an hour out of the west. So really what little breeze we do have is blowing straight out from behind home plate. Don't really expect that to be a factor here tonight, but we will keep an eye on the forecast for tomorrow night because we are nervous about the potential for some storms messing with the schedule. They're supposed to pop up right around 4 or 5 o'clock in this area tomorrow afternoon or evening, and of course a 5 o'clock start time for game number 2 here in this series. It looks like the Fillies won the toss in the pregame, and they'll be the home team here in game number 1 as they are being introduced and taking the field. We take a look at how Stanton got here. They beat Muleshoe in the bi-district round, and they did play a 3-game series. The story for them in the circle, Liliana Rodriguez, she will start for them tonight. She only gave up 5 hits, 2 earned runs. She struck out 7 of the Lady Mules in game number 1. Ariana Vasquez was 2 for 3, had a home run, 4 RBIs, and came around to score 2 runs. Aubrey Villa, 3 for 4, scored 2 runs. They won game number 1, 12-2. They came back and lost game number 2 to Muleshoe. Muleshoe scored 2 runs in the 7th to win 5-4. But some highlights in that game, Alessandra Glover, she was 2 for 4 with 2 doubles, 2 RBIs. Zoe Aguirre was 2 for 4, scored 2 runs. Bianca Ceres was 2 for 3 with a double and 2 RBIs. I think we're going to pause for the national anthem here in Lamesa.
Good luck to everyone on this game 1.
All right, team introductions are out of the way. We have Honored America with the playing of the national anthem. We are just about set for first pitch here in this area round contest between Shallowater and Stanton. The Fillies champions out of District 2, Stanton the third place team from District 4. And I was talking before we went to that little break about how Stanton got here. They beat Muleshoe 12-2 in game number 1 of their bi-district series. In game number 2, they dropped that one 5-4. Muleshoe scored 2 in the 7th to steal that game. And then game number 3, they win 8-6. They trailed 6-2, but they got a 5-run fifth, Stanton did, to come back and win that game. That's the first playoff win in school history. Still a pretty young softball program, a softball program that started in 2016 there in Stanton, but either way, the first time that they have advanced to this round of the playoffs for Stanton, and making school history as they go along. One of the stories that we'll follow is the Fillies now in a 3-game series is, kind of what we'll do with pitching. It's been Emma Davis and Camry Baker all year long. We've seen 5 pitchers that I could tell on the Stanton side, and so 5 pitchers at least pitched against Muleshoe. So curious to see how all of that unfolds as we get into this series. But it will be Emma Davis starting in the circle for the Fillies tonight, leading off for Stanton. Paisley Carby, she's the center fielder for this Lady Buff team. We are ready to get underway. First pitch, just a little high. Over the head of Brindley Currington into the backstop. Emma got a good laugh out of that. Maybe some early jitters from the Shallow Water senior. Emma, one of 6 Philly seniors on this softball team here in 2024. That one outside for ball 2. So Carby ahead in the count, leadoff hitter for this Stanton team. That one also elevated, so a 3-0 count to the leadoff hitter. Emma just trying to settle down out there right now. The 3-0 right down the middle for strike 1. Looked like Carby was taken all the way, got the take sign from third base. And Coach Gillette fouls that one back, and now a full count as Emma's battled back here. The 3-2 on the way. It was up and outside, and a leadoff walk for Paisley Carby. That'll bring left fielder first Stanton up to the plate, Zoe Aguirre. Aguirre again in game 2 of that bi-district series against Muleshoe was 2 for 4, scored 2 runs. She is showing bunt right off the bat here, pulls back to take a swing, chops it to Cambry at short. It is in time, so Paisley Carby advances to second base, but one away here on the 6-3 putout. That'll bring Mariah Williams to the plate, second baseman for Stanton. One away, she's got a runner in scoring position. She lays down a bunt, right side. Emma's got it, tags her as she gets up the line. But she does advance Carby to third base. Now 2 away, though, for the Phillies. The one unassisted put out right there for Emma Davis. And now Abby Campos, cleanup hitter for Stanton at the plate. Runner at third base. That one low and outside. Really did a good job of getting in front of that. An all-turf field here. I don't know if you can tell or not from home. Beautiful facility again. Really nice. They've got trees out beyond the outfield fence, which is rare here in West Texas. That one elevated for ball 2. They've got nice warm-up areas, room for 2 pitchers right outside of each dugout. Some shade, a canopy over these bleachers, very nice. There's a strike to make it 2-1. Kind of a late strike call, but it's 2-1 to Abby Campos. Abby was 3 for 4 with a double and 2 runs in game number 3 against Muleshoe in the clincher. Two here in the top of the first. That one right off the end of the bat. Medina and Cambry kind of got in each other's way. It was a slow roller, and either one of them could have made a play. It would have been a tough play. I'm glad I'm not the official score. I don't know if you would give an error there or if it would be an infield single. It was going to be a tough play either way for either Cambry or Jordan. But no throw. And now it's 1-1 to Aubrey Villa. Aubrey has been dangerous at the plate. 3 for 4, scored 2 runs. in game 1 against Muleshoe, and then 3 for 4 with a double, a triple, an RBI, and scored a run in that deciding game 3 of the bi-district round against Muleshoe. Aubrey rolls run to Jordan at third. Jordan over to Natalie Cuevas in time. So a leadoff walk in Paisley Carby comes around to score, but the Phillies minimize the damage. It'll be 1-0 as we head to the bottom of the first. We'll take a quick break, but we'll be right back with more Philly softball here on the Shallow Water Sports Network. Welcome back to Lamesa and Joe Spikes Field here, the area around the softball playoffs here in 3A Region 1, the Stanton Lady Buffs and the Phillies in game 1 of a 3-game series to try to advance to the regional quarterfinal round where they'll take on either the winner of either of Bushland or Presidio. That game will be played a 1-game area contest at Midland Greenwood tomorrow night. So Billy Currington getting ready to step into the batter's box. She will face Liliana Rodriguez in the circle. Again, Rodriguez was impressive in that bi-district contest against Muleshoe. Gave up 5 hits and 2 earned runs, struck out 7 in her game 1 start against Muleshoe. Gets a swing and a miss from Brindley right there. Zach and I were talking during the break. We decided that was a hit. We'll give a hit. So 1 run on 1 hit and 1 runner left on base. Abby Campos with an RBI single. Currington swings at 1, she pops it up left side. It'll get out of play. So 0-2 to Brindley Currington. Brindley, a junior for these Phillies. She's played a lot of softball games, a lot of experience for Coach Rodriguez. Looks at strike number 3 right there. I think she was wanting that to be outside, but Rodriguez gets the call. 1 away here in the bottom of the first. That brings Jaden Luna, Phillies center fielder, to the plate. Jaden, another junior for these Phillies. Hits one right up the middle, the first pitch. And she's on with a single, Jaden Luna. And getting things started for the Phillies. Take a look at that replay. First pitch, she didn't wait. Got the barrel on it, hits it right back up the middle, and now Emma Davis at the plate for the Phillies. Emma smokes one down the left field line. It's in the corner. Jaden digging for third. It's rolling around still. Jaden giving the turn around third, and she will score. So an RBI double from Emma Davis right off the bat. And the Phillies have answered. It's tied 1-1. And a strikeout to start this inning, and then you see Emma again. She jumped on the first pitch and smoked it down the left field line. Just turned on it. 2 pitches after that strikeout. Jaden Luna with the single. Emma Davis an RBI double. And I don't know what we're talking about here. It's a 1-1. Oh, we're getting a courtesy runner. That's what it is. Okay, I was a little confused there for a second as he walked down the line, but Michelle Harper is coming in to run for Emma Davis, courtesy runner at second base now. What a good answer for the Phillies right here in the bottom of the second. Leadoff walk came around to score for Stanton in the top of the first. Bottom of the first here. Luna, a one-out single. Emma Davis doubles her home. Just like that, we are tied at 1 run apiece. And now Phoenix Navahar steps into the batter's box. She was 1 for 3 and had that 3-run double, 2-out double in the top of the 7th to really blow things open in the bi-district round against Dalhart. She's got an RBI opportunity right here with Emma at second base. That one gets away from the catcher. Well, I say Emma, it's Michelle Harper. Now Harper at third on the pass ball. Phoenix down 0-2. That one was elevated and she couldn't lay off of it. So out number 2. 2 strikeouts already for Liliana Rodriguez. And now Jordan Medina, Philly third baseman, one of those seniors at the plate, looking for a 2-out RBI. She looked at strike 1, getting right on the outside edge. That one a chopper, just foul on the left side. But she got a hold of it. Well out in front though, Rodriguez doing a good job of changing speeds up. Jaden and Emma both guessed correctly. They both got hits on the first pitch. She had Brindley and Phoenix a little off balance. Jordan too was way out in front of that one. Tried to speed her back up. That one wasn't close enough to chase though. She was trying to get her with that rise ball, but it was a little too high and outside. So 1-2 now, 2 away, bottom of the first inning. That one up and out. Stanton fans thought that one was a little bit closer. They wanted that one. But now 2-2. So 2-2-2. Here in the bottom of the first for Jordan Medina. She stays alive and fouls that one off the net. Again, it is really deep here in left field, and I don't know, I wish they had it, the distance marked on the field. I don't see anything on the fence to indicate how far it is, but it is a lot deeper in left than it is in right. That one, a slow roller back to Rodriguez, and the 1-3 put out ends the threat. So the Phillies score 1 run to even the score here in the first. They got a run on 2 hits. And they did leave 1 on base. We will head to the second. Tied at 1 here in Lamesa. We'll be right back with more Philly softball right after this. Welcome back to Lamesa. Running now for the top of the second inning. Emma Davis in the circle against Allie Glover, the third baseman for Stanton. She looks at ball one outside. 6, 7, 8 due up here for Stanton in the second inning. That one outside for ball two. That one right down the line. Jordan does a good job of snagging it. Not in time to first base. Infield single for Allie Glover. And again, Stanton has the leadoff man on. Jordan did a good job just to get a glove on that, right on the bag on that left field line. And Glover was just too quick, ran that one out. Now Ari Vasquez, shortstop at the plate, swinging a miss there. As Emma fooled her. Emma might have taken a little bit off of that one. The 0-1 on the way. This one popped into right field. Des Johnson going back to the track. It's off the top of the wall. Glover will go to third. Stand up double for Ari Vasquez. And now two in scoring position for Stanton. Ari Vasquez almost got that one out of here. The wind is not helping much. I'm looking at the flagpole. It's well out of play on the first base side, but it is maybe blowing 5 miles an hour. It's almost dead still out there. She almost got that one out. This one again hit the other way. That is going to get into foul territory. This is Marissa Vasquez, the designated hitter. Two in scoring position, nobody out for Stanton after that double from Ari Vasquez. Emma came inside and froze her for strike two, so 0-2 count here. A strikeout would be huge. Vasquez stays alive. She was way out in front of that one. Ariana was 2 for 3 with a home run, 4 RBIs, and 2 runs scored in the 12-2 Game 1 win against Muleshoe in the bi-district round. So she's got the ability to leave the yard too. 2 ducks on the pond for Vasquez. That one on the outside corner for strike 3. And a big time strikeout for out number 1 here in the second. Alyssa Almagar, Stanton first baseman, the 9-hole hitter, coming to the plate now. It's Emma's first strikeout. Here's one right down the left field line. It gets away from Medina. It'll score 1, but they hold the runner at third. So an RBI single from Alyssa Almagar. She advances to second on the throw. Allie Glover comes in to score. Ari Vasquez at third. And still 2 in scoring position for the top of the order now in Paisley Carby. Carby drew a leadoff walk to start this game in the top of the first. She looks at strike 1 there. That one popped into foul territory, so it'll be 0-2. I don't know if we should go. I think we might go E5. That one got under Brindley's glove, but she was able to knock it down kind of with her back foot. She caught her back foot, it looked like. inside for ball 2. So Paisley Carby fighting back for a 2-2 count here after falling behind 0-2. 2-2 with one away, 2 runners again in scoring position. That one inside corner for strike 3. And out number 2 here in the top of the second. 2 Ks so far in this inning for Emma Davis. That one catches the outside corner for strike 1. That was a good pitch because it didn't catch a whole lot of the outside corner, but it caught the black. And there's another one outside, gets a big swing and a miss to make it 0-2. Emma Davis maybe settling in here a little bit. Could be bad news for Stanton. That one well outside. Looked like that was a kind of a, hey, if you want to chase that one, go for it. Look at this before she goes back inside maybe. She stays outside. That one was elevated, and now it's 2-2. But she's been back outside earlier. She came in for the strikeout. Interested to see how many times she'll try that. That one fouled away. She just got a piece of it. Emma was trying to strike out the side here in the second. Leadoff runner reached again. This time it was Allie Glover, and she did come around to score. Stanton has got the leadoff runner on base to start both of these innings, and they've both come around to score. Emma with the 3-2. That one rolled to the left side, and it gets by Gabby Caro. So an RBI single, but then another run scores on the error. And they've put up a crooked number here, the first crooked number of the game. 3 here in the top of the second makes it 4-1 in favor of Stanton. 2 runs come in on that single, but another error for the Fillies. Strike 1. To Mariah Williams, the second baseman, the 3-hole hitter. Just got a piece of that one. She was leaning out and was well outside, but she got a piece of it. Phillies might have preferred that one to go into play there. She just got it off the end of the bat. So it's 0-2 with 2 away here in the top of the second. There's one. Hit to Kaylee at second. She gets it over to Natalie in a 4-3 putout, but 3 more for Stanton here in the top of the second inning. And they will take a 4-1 lead to the bottom half. We will step away for just a moment, but we will be right back with more Philly softball here on the Shallow Water Sports Network. Welcome back to Joe Spikes Field here in Lamesa. The Phillies go to the bottom of the second, trailing 4-1. They are the home team here in game number 1 of this 3-game series for the Area Round Championship. Taking on the Stanton Lady Buffs. Stanton scored 3 runs on 2 hits and 2 errors. Did leave a man on base there in the top of the 2nd inning. Nathan Riojas here with the Shallow Water Sports Network crew. Zach Cole producing for you. And Mia Davidson working the camera. Our students doing a great job. Angel Flores is with Jake Warren. And Tony Jackson and David Blackburn for the boys. By-district playoff tonight. They're taking on Dalhart in Bushland. Their game started at 5, so that game in progress well before we started. Right now the Fillies have Kaylee Olivo, the 6-hole hitter, in the box. She's ahead in the count, 2-0. Kaylee got that 4-3 put out to end the top of the 2nd. Looks at ball 3. To Liliana Rodriguez, who got 2 strikeouts on the Fillies in the first inning, is back at work. She started with the 3-0 count. Now it's 3-1. That one up for ball 4 and a leadoff walk for Kaylee Olivo. And now Cambry Baker, Phillies shortstop, will step in the box for her first plate appearance. Sun is setting here in Lamesa, and it's kind of an issue if you're on the right side of the infield, second base, first base, right field. You see the first baseman was shading her eyes as that pitch was delivered. Shadows from that third base dugout kind of creeping onto the infield. Third base in the shade. Some trees shading left field right now, but Cambry rolls that one to third as well hit. They're going to try to get the leadoff runner, and they do. Or no, they don't. Pulled it off the bag. And we're going to talk about this. I thought they got it. And they do call her out. So Kaylee out on the fielder's choice. Like I said, the second baseman fielding that ball was still running towards second base, and that ball was thrown. Her momentum carried her towards the left side of the infield. Didn't have a chance to think about 2 or anything like that, but the umpires get together, decide that she did get second base for that out. So Cambry on first after the fielder's choice, and Desire Johnson, right fielder, with a 2-0 count now. That one elevated for ball 3, and that's a stolen base for Cambry. Cambry gets herself into scoring position for Dez. Dez with a 3-0 count, and Gabby Caro in the on-deck circle. Dez was 1 for 3 with a double and a walk against Dalhart in the by-district round. She looks at strike 1 there. The 3-1 count, 1 away here in the bottom of the 2nd. Stanton and Shallow Water traded runs in the first. Phillies trying to answer a 3 spot. Put it by Stanton in the top half. This one hit well to short. Cambry will hold up. They go to first. It gets away from the first baseman, and Cambry's going to try to score. She gets down. Didn't have to, but she will score. Dez will end up on second base after the throw. So an E3. gets Dez to second base. Gabby showed bunt. Umpire says she offered. So 1 strike here, 1 away. The Phillies have made it 4-2. Gabby looks at that one. High for ball 1, so 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 away here in the bottom of the second for Gabby Caro. She rolls that one to third. She's gonna have a chance to run that one out, and she does. The first baseman comes off the bag. She did a good job of stopping it. So Desire has to stop at third base because she was able to field that, but Gabby with an infield single. And now it looks like a courtesy runner will come in for Desire. That's Danielle Lavelle Jr. She'll be running at third. Runners on the corners now for the top of the order as Brinley Currington comes back to the plate. She struck out to start the bottom of the first for the Phillies, but an RBI opportunity here with 1 away. Like I said, the Phillies and Lady Buffs traded a run in the first, or traded runs, I guess I should say, in the first. Stanton comes back and gets 3 in the top half of the second. Phillies with 1 across here in the bottom of the second, trying to even this one up. And I talked about the sun being an issue, and I think that has been an issue for their first baseman. I feel bad for, that is Alyssa Almagar. I think that's been a factor in her. You see her, she's shading her eyes looking in right now, so that sun looks like it's right in her eyes. Strike taken by Brinley Currington. So 0-1 to Brinley, the Phillies leadoff hitter. Top of the order with the chance to do some damage and get back in this game. Again, Lavelle is at third. She came in to run for Desire. Caro at second base, 2 in scoring position for Brinley. She fouls that one back to make it 1-2. Swing and a miss. Strikeout number 3 for Liliana Rodriguez, and that was a big one to get the leadoff hitter again. And Brinley Currington, Jaden Luna now, who singled on the first pitch that she saw in the bottom of the first, has an RBI opportunity. She hit it right back up the middle. 2 on with 2 away here, and she looks at ball 1, up and away. She singled and then came around to score the first run of the night for the Phillies. Could tie it up here with another hit. Phillies will be running on contact. Anything that gets out into the outfield has got to believe Caro will be scoring. That one catches the outside corner for strike 1, so it's 2-1 now. On the way, that one outside. No, strike 2, so 2-2, kind of a delayed call. Fooled me that time. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 away in the bottom of the second inning. Jaden Luna drives one into left center field. It's going back. It's gone! Jaden Luna with a 3-run home run has given the Phillies the lead here in the bottom of the second. 3-run bomb to left center field for Jaden Luna. And just like that, 5-4. Take a look at that replay. She just got all of it. Didn't know if it would carry out of here. Again, the wind's not really blowing at all. That was all Jaden. And it is 5-4 here in the bottom of the second. So the Fillies put up a 4 spot here in the bottom of the second, still hitting with Emma Davis at the plate. But a big moment in this game with 2 outs. A chance to get out of it for Rodriguez, and Jaden Luna hits one deep to left center field. Big time moment for the Philly junior. Now Emma Davis, who doubled and had an RBI in the first. Chance to help herself out here in the circle, but getting some run support from her teammates right now. Emma now ahead in the count, 3-0. May not get much to hit here. I feel like you might as well just put Emma on first base with the 3-0 count. Again, she doubled, had an RBI to bring in Jaden Luna in the first. Luna just cleared the bases. That one well hit right down the left side. Hard hit single for Emma Davis. She keeps the line moving. The Phillies doing some damage with 1 out, or with 2 outs here in the bottom of the second. And now Phoenix Navajar comes to the plate. Again, Michelle Harper will come in to courtesy run for Emma Davis. Phoenix, who had that base clearing double in the 7th inning in crunch time against Dalhart last week at the plate here. She struck out in her first plate appearance here in the first. Fouls that one away for strike 1. Phoenix is the 8th Philly to come to the plate here in the bottom of the second. They're making Liliana Rodriguez work. Just 2 hits, but 4 runs scored here in the bottom of the second for the Phillies so far. An 0-1 count for Phoenix Navajar. Phoenix looks at that one low for ball 1. I don't know, that time I looked like a ball, but was waiting on the umpire. He's fooled me a couple of times with some delayed strike calls. One and one on the way, hit right back up the middle. Another hit. Harper is thrown out, trying to stretch it to third. So an outfield assist there for, let's see, Paisley Carby. So the Phillies get 4 runs on 2 hits and an error. They leave 1 on base, but it's 5-4 as we head to the top of the 3rd inning. We'll step away for just a second, but we'll be back with more Philly softball here on the Shallow Water Sports Network. Welcome back to Lamesa here. This area round contest. A slow roller back to Emma Davis for out number 1 here in the top of the third. Abby Campos leading off. She grounded out, or she grounded to third base, had an RBI in her first plate appearance, but out number 1 here in the third. The 1-3 put out, and now strike number 1 to Aubrey Villa, the 5-hole hitter, 4-5-6, leading off the top of the third for Stanton. Aubrey again, right back to Emma. That one was well hit. Another 1-3 put out. That one bounced off the turf, and Emma caught that one right in front of her face, really right over top of her head. But flicks it over to Natalie for out number 2, and now Allie Glover, the third baseman, at the plate. Looks at strike 1. She singled and came in to score in the second. She was the leadoff hitter in the second inning. Now coming to the plate with 2 away. That one hit right at Jordan Medina, and a quick 1-2-3 inning for Emma Davis and the Fillies. They'll be right back at the plate trying to do some more damage and add to their 5-4 lead here in the bottom of the third. We'll step away again for just a moment, but we'll be back with more Philly softball here on the Shallow Water Sports Network. And welcome back into Joe Spikes Field. The Phillies with a 5-4 lead. They put up the first 0 of the night. Emma Davis worked a 1-2-3 inning in the top of the third. To the heart of the order, really, for that Stanton team. And now Phillies back up to the plate. They sent 8 to the plate there in the bottom of the second. Jordan Medina, her second plate appearance now to lead off the top of the third. She caught that line drive to end the top of the third. Now here in the bottom of the third, she looks at ball 1. Roll to the shortstop. She'll have a chance to beat that one out, but it throw is in time. 6-3 put out for out number 1. And now Kaylee Olivo, who drew a walk in the second inning, comes back to the plate for the Phillies. Kaylee rolls this one to short on the first pitch that she sees. Is it in her glove? It is. Little hesitation from the first base umpire. And quick 2 outs for Liliana Rodriguez and Stanton here in the bottom of the third. So they traded ones in the first inning, traded crooked numbers in the second. Phillies trying to keep Rodriguez from putting up a 0. This is Cambry Baker. The swing and a miss. She reached on a fielder's choice and then came around to score. Swing and a miss there for strike 2. 3 strikeouts on the night already for Rodriguez. That one up and away for ball 1. One, two on the way. She pokes that one right up the middle. And a 2-out base hit for Cambry Baker. She stole the base when she got on earlier. Always a threat to run, and with 2 outs, might try to get into scoring position, but she's on again. This time via the single. So now Desire Johnson, who reached on error and then came around to score on that 3-run homer from Jaden Luna. Here in the bottom of the second, now here in the bottom of the third. This is ahead in the count, 1-0 now. You know they're probably thinking about Cambry over there at first. Took a lot off of that one. Desire was way out in front of that. Good off-speed pitch from Liliana Rodriguez. And now a 1-1 count. That one hit through the hole on the right side. A base hit for Desire. Coming around to third is Cambry Baker, and another outfield assist, this time from right field. Second time the Phillies have tried to go first to third, and the outfield for Stanton has made him pay for it. The first time it was Paisley Carby. That time it was Aubrey Villa in right field. So another outfield assist. To end the inning there in the bottom of the third. So Phillies don't go in order, but Rodriguez and Davis both put up zeros in the third, and we will go to the fourth, 5-4 in favor of the Phillies. We'll be right back here on the Shallow Water Sports Network. Welcome back to Lamesa. The Phillies and the Stanton Lady Buffs in an area-round contest, trying to advance in these 3A Region 1 softball playoffs. Right now, the Phillies with a 5-4 lead after 3 complete. We start the top of the 4th inning. The Phillies are the home team. So we start the top of the 4th inning with 7, 8, 9 due for Stanton. This is Ariana Vasquez. She doubled and came around to score in the 2nd inning, leading off the 4th here. The shortstop for Stanton, and she looks at ball 1 on the inside, or strike 1, excuse me, on the inside corner. That one down the left side, but it's foul. Emma had her well out in front. Doing a good job changing pitch speed here. Liliana Rodriguez on the other side has done a good job too. Right now 5-4. They both put up zeros, these pitchers did in the third. And just as I said that one into left field. It gets by Caro in the left field. Jaden Luna over from center to grab it, but a stand-up double for Ari Vasquez and another leadoff runner on base, this time in scoring position for this Stanton team. And now Marissa Vasquez, the designated hitter, coming to the plate. Marissa struck out looking in her first at bat, but she'll have an RBI opportunity with Vasquez at second. First pitch catches the outside corner for strike 1, so an 0-1 count. Emma comes in and hits her on the ankle. That's a dead ball. Emma just lost that one. So now runners at first and second with nobody out, and Vasquez hasn't made her way out of the batter's box yet. She stood up and then sat back down. She made it to the other side of the plate, but that one, I mean, you could hear it right off of the ankle. It seems like it's going to leave a good bruise. See if she can walk it off and make her way to first base. A little break in the action here. Got to give a big thanks to our Shallow Water Sports Network crew. Of course, Zach Cole and Mia Davidson, the students that came with me here to Lamesa. Zach producing, Mia Davidson working the camera. As you see, Marissa Vasquez get up and make the walk down to first base.
Next up to bat, we have number 14, Almageiver.
We've got a Shallow Water Sports Network crew in Bushland, too. They are covering game one of the bi-district playoff for the Mustangs. They're taking on Dalhart. That game started at 5, so that one probably over at this point. But I haven't seen anything. We got to see Mackie Hart run the 100. That's the only one we saw. Kind of the only action. We were trying to keep an eye on everything as we got into town here in Lamesa. We got 6 girls running track at the state track meet in Austin. The boys playing baseball in Bushland, trying to keep track of everything. Right now, the Fillies with a 5-4 lead. But the first 2 on here in the top of the 4th, and it looks like the final, Zach Cole showing it to me, 13-0 in favor of the Mustangs against Dalhart. So Mustangs win game 1 of their bi-district series with the Wolves. We'll try to finish that up tomorrow. Game number 2, excuse me, I believe is at noon tomorrow. Noon or 1. I have to look. I know it's tomorrow afternoon. I want to say 1. Emma Davis lays out for that one. Gets the play at third. What a play by Emma Davis. A bunt attempt from Alyssa Almagar. Emma couldn't get to it. Well, the third base umpire says. So I put my head down. Did I miss that? Third baseman, she did get the out at third, but the runners advance. So Almagar at second, that's Marissa Vasquez at third. And now Paisley Carby at the plate, the leadoff hitter. She walked to lead off this game and then came around to score. Stanton's 1 run in the 5th. Again, that was a heads-up play by Emma. She was trying to get the out on the bunt attempt, didn't get to it, but still made the play at third. The runners advance, and that one popped right back up to her. So 2 away. Zoe Aguirre, the left fielder, coming to the plate now with 2 away. Runners on second and third, a big moment. She could do some damage with a two-out RBI. Emma Davis could put up another 0 here. She can get 1 more out. A double and then a hit by pitch put the first 2 runners on, but Emma's gotten 2 outs here in the infield. Like I said, sorry for my confusion. I put my head down, and then all of a sudden we got runners on second and third again, but they ran after the out was recorded, and now Zoe Aguirre looks at one high there. So it's 3-0. That one low for ball 4. So base is now loaded for the 3-hole hitter, Mariah Williams. She is grounded to first base. She laid down a bunt. Actually, it was a 1 unassisted put out for Emma in the first, and then when she came to bat in the second, it was a 4-3 put out. But now the base is loaded for Mariah Williams, and she looks at strike 1. So a big moment here. The Phillies with a 5-4 lead here after 3. Got them loaded here in the top of the 4th. This one popped up to Camry Baker at shortstop, and they leave them loaded. Emma Davis with some big outs, and another 0 on the scoreboard put up by the Phillies on defense. They'll come to the plate now again with a 5-4 lead here in the bottom of the 4th. Take a look at this. Emma just in on the handle, gets the pop up, and Cambry under it, secures it. So after the first 2 get on for Stanton, they leave 3 on base. It is 5-4. We'll be back with more Philly softball right after this here on the Shallow Water Sports Network. Welcome back to Lamesa. I know that was a quick break. Just gives me time to catch my breath and maybe take a drink or something, but we can't show any commercials here in the playoffs, no ads. We do appreciate our sponsors that make all these broadcasts possible. You know who they are. You see their ads all year during our broadcast. You see the scrolling banners. Again, per UIL rules, we can't show advertisements during playoff contests, but we do appreciate the opportunity to broadcast these games in the playoffs, and we appreciate the sponsors that make that possible for us. So another ad-free broadcast here in the postseason, but big shout out to our sponsors as the Phillies with 5, 6, 7 due here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Jordan Medina, or no, excuse me, wow, 9-1-2. I'm way off. I'm looking at the wrong inning. 9-1-2, dude. This is Gabby Caro. I went back an inning to the 3rd. Jordan led off the 3rd. So a swing and a miss there for Gabby. Gabby singled and came in to score in that 2nd inning. Singled, and then Jaden Luna hit that 3-run homer to bring her to the plate. It's a 1-1 here for Gabby. Gabby was 2 for 4 with a double and scored 2 runs in that bi-district game against Dalhart up in Plainview last week. Swing and a miss there to make it 2-2. Two and two, fouled off on the 3rd base side. So we'll do it again. Two balls, 2 strikes in the bottom of the 2nd. The Phillies with a 5-4 lead. It's the game number 1 of the area round playoffs between Stanton and Shallow Water. So we'll be back here tomorrow, 5 o'clock start time for game 2. And then game 3, if necessary, at 7 o'clock tomorrow. That one fouled away to the right side. When you look east from where we're sitting right now, of course we saw them all the way up here, you could see storms off to the east that look pretty mean. There's supposed to be storms in the area here tomorrow afternoon, so we'll keep an eye on that. We'll let you know if game times change, but we're planning on being flexible as we head to Lamesa tomorrow. That one was well outside. Just let Gabby get a look at that one. She might try to change the speed up here with this 3-2 pitch. Full count on the way. She did change it up and went inside, but it was too far inside. And Gabby lays off of it. The leadoff walk. Jaden Luna, 2 hits already in this game. Jaden singled, came around to score. The Phillies only run in the first. Oh, see, they threw me off next door. The announcer said Jaden Luna, so I just went with it, but it's Brindley Currington. It's the top of the order here in the bottom of the 4th. Brindley Currington coming to the plate. Brindley trying to get herself going at the plate. She has struck out in her first 2 plate appearances. Yeah, I got fooled by the PA next door. I mean, everything. It's really nice press box, really nice facility here in Lamesa, but they're right next door, and you can hear everything very clearly. She said Jaden Luna, so I just went with it. But Brindley Currington with an 0-1 count. She fouls this one back to make it 0-2. Jaden Luna's on deck with a 2-for-2 night so far. 2 runs scored and 3 RBIs, and that 3-run homer. Brindley about to get her first hit right here. Looks at ball 1. Did a good job of laying off of that one. Protecting with 2 strikes, but didn't chase that one out of the zone. Took a lot off that one, but Brindley stays with it. Drives it into right center field, back to the warning track, and it's caught there in center field. So a nice play at the track for Paisley Carby. She's got an outfield assist, and then she pulled that one in.
We have number 6, Luna.
Brindley hit that one about as deep as you can without getting a home run. That one to the wall. But Carby with a good play out in center field, tracks it down, gets there. Now the whole field in the shade here. We're playing under the lights the rest of the way. The sun sets here in Lamesa. Now Jaden Luna comes to the plate and looks at ball 1. Again, she's 2 for 2. A single and a run scored in the first, and a 3-run homer in the second. Jaden drives that one down the left field line. It's fair ball. No! No, the home plate umpire comes out and says foul ball. Coach Rodriguez was waving her around, and he's still standing right in front of Kayla saying foul ball. That one looked like it caught the chalk. Kayla had as good a look as anybody. Coach Rodriguez didn't hesitate. She's looking down the line, sending her. They're playing it out in the field, out in left field, like it was a base hit. Phillies are rounding the bases. Jaden smoked that down the left field line. But to the umpire's credit, he did not hesitate. He got up immediately, signaled foul ball. Of course, I saw it, didn't hear him, and he walked up the line even, but Coach Rodriguez was sending them. They ran right around him to come score, but a very loud first strike for Jaden Luna, and then Rodriguez goes outside to get strike 2. So Jaden has hit a couple of them really hard right there, and that looked like her 3rd hit of the night. Another RBI with Gabby coming all the way around from first, but now 1-2. She's got to refocus. It's 2-2 now. That one was outside. And Gabby's got to, she came around to score, so she just kind of stayed at the plate and then walked around to first base. She just ran all the way around. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 away. Bottom of the 4th inning, Jaden Luna looks at ball 3 in a full count now. Rodriguez maybe didn't want to give her anything to hit. The only problem with that is Emma Davis is in the on-deck circle. Emma with 2 hits so far in this contest. And she gets Jaden to swing at a high one out of the zone, the full count. So tough break for the Phillies. That's strikeout number 4 on the night for Rodriguez. Now Emma Davis comes to the plate. And she doubled in the first inning to drive in Jaden Luna. Singled in the second. Drives that one up the middle. Gabby's going to have a chance. It's in the gap. Gabby around second. She gets to third, and she's coming. She gets the stop sign and works her way back to third base. Emma's taking off. She's going to try to get to second, and she does. So Emma singles right back up the middle. She gets to second base really on indifference. They could have had her if they wanted to, and that would have been the third out, but instead they allow her to go. Gabby's got to stop at third, excuse me. The Phillies have been thrown out twice at third base to end innings, and Coach Rodriguez puts up the stop sign. Didn't want a third out at home plate. So now Gabby Caro at third. Emma Davis is going to get another pinch runner. We'll see Michelle Harper again. Michelle was one of those runners thrown out at third. She was trying to go first to third and got thrown out. Phoenix Navajart comes to the plate. She singled in the second, but then again, Michelle was thrown out at third to end the inning. Phoenix 1 for 2. She struck out in her first at bat. An RBI opportunity for her, and she drives one down the right side. If it's fair, it's going. It stays fair. It's fair by a few feet, and 2 more RBIs for Phoenix Navajart. She had 3 in the bi-district game. She picks up 2 more right there. 2 RBI single. Again with 2 outs. She had 2 outs in the top of the 7th against Dalhart in the bi-district round. Came up with the base clearing double. This one, 2 out single, 2 RBIs, and she makes it 7-4 now in the bottom of the 4th for Jordan Medina. This one popped up to second base and out number 3. But the Phillies get 2 more here in the 4th. It's 7-4 as we head to the 5th. We'll take a quick break, but be back with more Phillies softball here on the Shallow Water Sports Network. Welcome back to Joe Spikes Field here in Lamesa. The Phillies now with a 7-4 lead as we start the 5th inning here in this area round contest. It's game number 1 of a 3-game series between Shallow Water and Stanton. The Phillies get a 2 RBI single from Phoenix Navajart, and it is 7-4 now for the cleanup hitter, Abby Campos. She'll lead off the 5th. She looks at ball 1. That one hit through the right side for a single. Desire comes up. Gets the ball in to Cambry Baker, but a leadoff single for the cleanup hitter, Abby Campos. Her second hit of the day. So after 1 in the first and 3 in the second, Emma Davis has put up a couple of zeros. Now the 5-hole hitter, Aubrey Villa, comes to the plate. She's dangerous. She's showing bunt right now. She was showing bunt to draw Medina in, but then was ready to swing away. She looks like she's going to do the same thing here. She does swing, and she drops this one into right center field. Jaden Luna is over to get it for out number 1. So now Allie Glover comes to the plate. She singled and scored a run in the second. One away now after the leadoff single from Abby Campos. Glover, the third baseman, has recorded some big outs over there at third. Some outfield assists. This one popped up to the right side. Natalie gives it a look. Right over by the bullpen, by the first base dugout. Natalie couldn't get there. Kaylee Olivo gave it a look too, but it was just far enough over their heads and just far enough in front of Desire out there in right field that nobody can make a play. And it's 0-1 for Glover. She lined out to Jordan at third in her second at bat.
Let's go, girls!
1 for 2 on the day. He's down in the count here, 0-2. Allie had a big game in game 2 against Muleshoe in the bi-district round, 2 for 4 with a double and 2 RBIs. That one in the dirt. Brindley chases it down. Good hustle from Currington to keep Campos, at first base. That one well outside to even the count here. Or no, it makes it 1-2, excuse me. 1-2 on the way. She waits on it. Medina at third. Looked at second, now goes to first in time to get Glover. But Campos does advance to second.
Number 12, A. Vasquez.
So Ari Vasquez now to the plate, the shortstop. She is 2 for 2. She has doubled in both of her at-bats. Came around to score in the second. Also doubled in the fourth. Hits that one right side, but right at Natalie for out number 3, and another 0 on the board for Emma Davis and the Fillies. 7-4 now as we head to the bottom of the 5th. We'll be back with more Philly softball here on the Shallow Water Sports Network. Actually. Welcome back to Lamesa. We're getting ready for the bottom of the 5th here. Nathan Riojas, Zach Cole, and Mia Davidson bringing you Philly softball from Joe Spikes Field. Decided this contest between Stanton and Shallow Water. The Phillies with a 7-4 lead. They got 2 runs on 2 hits and left 1 on base in the bottom of the 4th. 6, 7, 8 coming to the plate for the Phillies here in the bottom of the 5th. Kaylee Olivo will lead off. She walked and then grounded to shortstop in her first 2 plate appearances. She's 0 for 1 on the night. Down to 0-1, which she fouls that one off. So Stanton got 1 in the first, 3 in the second, but Emma Davis has put up 3 consecutive zeros on the scoreboard. She has settled in. Phillies with some solid defense behind her too. 7-4 lead. Just needs 6 more outs for a Game 1 win. 3-run lead, but trying to build some insurance here in the bottom of the 5th. Olivo pops this one up. Stays alive at 1 and 2. That one got in the parking lot, it looks like. So 1 and 2 to Olivo. This one hit up the left side. Liliana Rodriguez in the circle for Stanton has pitched a pretty good game too. Phillies have just come up with some big 2-out hits. A 3-run homer for Jaden Luna in the second. A 2 RBI single for Phoenix Navajar there in the 4th. And those 5 runs, the difference right now for these Phillies. Some big 2-out hits, and Emma Davis has gotten some big outs with 2 outs and runners in scoring position. This one grounded to third base. The throw in time to get Kaylee for the 5-3 putout. And out number 1 here in the bottom of the 5th. Cambry Baker now will come to the plate. She singled in her last at bat. Cambry singled, but she was thrown out at third base in the 3rd inning. Looks at strike number 1 there. Cambry, I'm sure we'll see her in the circle at some point in this series. Again, game number 2 of this best-of-3 series will be at 5 o'clock tomorrow here in Lamesa. And then game 3, if necessary, at 7 o'clock shortly after that. Phillies with a 7-4 lead here in game 1, a 1-1 count with 1 away here in the bottom of the 5th. That one, ball 2 inside. Cambry stole a base and came around to score in that 4-run second for the Phillies. She scored the first run, and then Jaden drove in the last 3 with that home run. Three-one count now for Cambry. Swings at one elevated to make it a full count. Again, if you're just joining us or you missed it earlier, the Mustangs win 13-0 in game 1 of their 3-game bi-district series against Dalhart. This one popped into shallow right field. Second baseman makes a great play. That's Mariah Williams hustling over to the line to get out number 2. Looked like Cambry was going to get a cheap hit there. But Williams on her horse gets to that one by the chalk for out number 2. Desire Johnson now at the plate. She reached on error, scored a run in the second, and now singled in the 3rd. Fouls that one away right side. She fouled that one away, made me look to the right side. You're looking east, and there's some big storms over there. I don't know what it looks like off the Cap Rock, but those storms look pretty mean from here. 0-1 on the way for Dez, and it is strike 2. Dez swings at that one out of the zone, but she fouls it off to stay alive. That one was high and outside. but she spoils it. That one high and outside, she lays off. So there was a little bit of a breeze. It was pretty hot, 90 degrees when we got to Lamesa today, but just a 5 to 10 mile per hour breeze, and now the flagpole is just laying, or the flag is laying on the flagpole. That one grounded to second base, and a 4-3 put out to end the inning as the Phillies go in order. And a 0 on the board for Liliana Rodriguez and the Stanton Lady Buffs. They will come to the plate in the top of the 6th, trailing 7-4. We'll be back with more Philly softball here on the Shallow Water Sports Network. Welcome back to Joe Spikes Field here in Lamesa. Beautiful baseball and softball complex here in Lamesa for the Golden Tornadoes. 8-9-1 due here in the top of the 6th for Stanton. This is Marissa Vasquez. She was hit by a pitch. She got hit in the ankle in her last plate appearance, struck out in her first plate appearance. This one fouled away. It's 1-1. Yeah, struck out in the second, hit by pitch in the 4th. Leading off the top of the 6th, and just 6 outs left for this Stanton team to work with. Phillies with a 7-4 lead. Emma Davis has settled in the circle. Stanton got 1 in the first, 3 in the second, but scoreless since then. As Emma Davis has settled in. Two strikeouts, just 1 earned run. One-two count here for Marissa Vasquez. She stays alive. Trying to look and see if I can get a pitch count for Emma as we get into the 6th inning here. Again, 6 hits scattered through these first 5 innings, 4 runs, only 1 earned. She's walked 2 and struck out 2. Those 2 strikeouts coming in the first 2 innings, but the defense has been working for her. They pop this one up to Jaden. Jaden in center field records out number 1 here in the 6th. And now Alyssa Almagar will come to the plate. She reached on error in her first plate appearance and came around to score. That was in the 2nd inning. Comes up with 1 away here. Looks at ball 1. This one popped up to Camry Baker for out number 2. And now back to the top of the order, Paisley Carby. Carby walked and scored in the first, struck out in the second, and then lined out in the 4th. She hit one right back at Emma in the 4th inning for out number 2. She comes up with 2 away here in the 6th. This one to Cambry at short on the first pitch. Cambry to Natalie. Natalie with a great dig at first base. She's played some big defense, had a huge diving catch in that by-district win against Dalhart. And you take a look at this one as Carby takes that first pitch and rolls it to Cambry. Cambry with a quick throw over, and Natalie with the reach gets it, I would say out of the dirt, but off the turf here. And Emma Davis again with a 1-2-3 inning, another 0 on the board. 7-4 as we head to the bottom of the 6th. We'll be back with more Philly softball here on the Shallow Water Sports Network. Welcome back to Lamesa. Nathan Riojas here with our students Zach Cole and Mia Davidson, bringing you this area-round contest between the Lady Buffs from Stanton and the Fillies from Shallow Water. Both these teams trying to advance to the regional quarterfinals. Bushland and Presidio will play on the other side of the bracket tomorrow in a one-game playoff at Midland Greenwood, 6:30. Those two schools about 500 miles away from each other. They're just swinging a miss to Gabby Caro, 9-1-2 due here in the 6th for the Fillies. Yeah, Bushland and Presidio like 500 miles away from each other. You could get to Denver quicker from Bushland than you could to Presidio. Really, that's equidistant. I'm just kind of a nerd. I looked at this earlier today. But the same mileage to like Fort Collins, Colorado, which is well north of Denver and only about 20 minutes away. 20 minutes south of Wyoming. You can be in Cheyenne in 30 minutes from Fort Collins. So Presidio a long ways away from Bushland. Those two schools in a by-district or an area-round contest to take on the winner of Stanton and Shallow Water. There's a strikeout number 5 for Liliana Rodriguez. So one away here in the 6th as Brinley Currington comes back to the plate. Really looking for her first hit of the night. Fouls that one off. She struck out in her first 2 trips up to the plate, flied out to center field. She hit one as deep as you can without hitting it off the wall or hitting it out of the park. A good play from Carby out in center field robbed her of a hit back in the 4th. Brinley fouls that one off to the right side, behind in the count, 0-2. Rodriguez has been ahead in the count most of the night against Brinley. One and 2 now. She lays off of that one. 7-4. The Phillies 3 outs away from getting a Game 1 win here in the area round of the playoffs. But Emma Davis wouldn't mind a little bit of insurance here from the top of the order. This one driven to the right side. If it stays fair, it's trouble, and it's foul. That one just short of the warning track, but in foul territory on the right side. Brinley gave that one a ride. Again, the flag is laying on the pole out here in right field, or beyond the right field line, I guess I should say. 2-2 count with one away in the bottom of the 6th. Brinley straightens that one out. It's trouble in center field. It'll drop in for a base hit. Hopefully that'll get Brindley going for the series here.
Number 6, Luna.
And now Jaden Luna, who has been dangerous tonight. A single, she came around to score in the first, a 3-run homer in the second. She hit what looked like an RBI double in the fourth, but they call her back, say foul ball. And then she ends up striking out there in the fourth inning. So here in the sixth, 2 for 3. Showed bunt, but then lets that one go. That was elevated for ball 1. Jaden fouls that one straight back. Zach and I might have had a play on that one if it hadn't hit the net. That was coming straight at us back here in the press box. Yeah, we'll bring a glove next time. Nice evening here in Lamesa. Jaden swings and misses at that one. 1-2. So Jaden with a home run in this game. Emma Davis in the on-deck circle. She hit a home run in the by-district round. That was home run number 17 for her. That ties the single-season record for the Fillies. We were unaware of that, but she made sure to tell Angel and I. So leadoff runner on, and now Mariah Williams hits it right back to Emma. Emma got a glove on it, it popped out. She gets it in time to first base. I think she was going to turn around and try to go to second to get the lead runner, but it popped out of her glove. So the 1-3 put out. Gets the runner to second base, Aguirre, but one away now as Abby Campos, the catcher, comes to the plate. She's 2 for 3, 2 singles, had an RBI for the first run of the night back in the first inning for these Lady Buffs. Singled in her last at bat too in the 5th. It was stranded at second. One on the way to Campos, so she fouls that one back to make it 0-2. Brindley with a nice catch off the screen. Bounced off the screen, came right back to her. Campos pops this one up. It'll be playable for Baker right on the left field line, and she's got it for out number 2. Good hustle from Camry Baker to get to the line. That was a pop-up really in no man's land there. You take a look at this replay, and Camry was quick to get over there. She was already kind of playing in that hole. And now Stanton with Aubrey Villa, their 5-hole hitter at the plate, down to their last out here in game 1, trailing 7-4. And was outside for ball 1. Via the right fielder, has an outfield assist in this game. Two and 0 now for Villa. Villa is dangerous. She was 3 for 4 in the clinching game 3 win in the by-district round. This one, though, she rolls to Jordan at third. Jordan over to Natalie in time, and the Fillies have won game number 1, 7-4, here in the area round against Stanton. They'll need to win one more tomorrow to advance to the regional quarterfinals, but Emma Davis, after giving up 4 runs in the first 2 innings, only 1 earned run. She puts zeros up the rest of the way, and the Fillies, with some big 2-out hits, get a 7-4 win. Stick around here on the Shallow Water Sports Network. We'll try to bring you some post-game interviews here in Lamesa. All right, welcome back to Lamesa here. The Phillies wrap up a 7-4 win in Game 1 in this best-of-3 area round series against Stanton. Coach Rodriguez, a little relieved here after a Game 1 win. We were talking about Stanton and some of that defense early on. They came out, scored early too, and put some pressure on you guys. But talk about the response from your team to get a big win in Game 1.
We actually have Mindset Monday, and this Monday was being mentally tough, and I told my girls, whoever is stronger between the ears will walk away with a win today. And I told them it won't go our way, or it might go our way, but it's my true leaders. I need to step up whenever things aren't going our way. And I said, are we going to respond or are we going to roll over? And they said, we're going to respond, and they sure did.
Hey, guys.
Jaden Luna with a huge momentum shift hit, and everybody just coming together and doing their part. It's an amazing team, and I'll say it again, all glory to God, but also to these girls that work hard for me every single day and make my job so easy.
You mentioned the big hit from Jaden. A couple of clutch moments because Jaden got that 3-run homer with 2 outs. Phoenix had 2 RBIs with 2 outs, so they had some big hits and big moments. And then Emma on the other side got some big outs when they had runners in scoring position with 2 outs. She was able to get out of the inning, so maybe talk a little bit about that and just how you guys made big plays when you needed them.
We do a lot of pressure drills, and I always have my seasons in levels. So we are now on level 3, fixing to shift to level 4, and we do a lot of pressure drills now in situations like if we have runners on second, we want to go gap to gap, just getting a higher level of softball. And so when we practice it, I feel like it's so much easier for my kids to come out here and just know what to do in those vital moments.
So, all right, so now Game 2 tomorrow, a little bit earlier start time, 5 o'clock tomorrow. But what's the message as you guys go home and then come back for Game 2 tomorrow?
Well, I just told my girls that was a huge momentum shift, and that tomorrow I feel that we're going to come out and we're going to be on fire, because I know those early on errors were nerves. We were so nervous, and I told them, settle in, get on my back, and I will carry you through whatever. And so I just feel very confident about tomorrow, but we will have to play. I mean, Stanton's a phenomenal team, and it was a big win tonight.
All right, well, we appreciate your time. Thanks for sticking around. We'll get to some of the players of the game here. I think we've got Jaden Luna first, it looks like. Okay, we got to talk first about that big home run, because 2 outs, and we talked about that kind of being a difference in the game. You guys got some 2-out hits where Emma got big outs with 2 outs to kind of stymie some of their rallies. But talk about what you were thinking about when you came to the plate with 2 outs and how you were able to crush that. And again, not just that one, but you had a big night at the plate. I'm going to ask you about that one down the line here in a second, but tell me about that home run first.
I was nervous at first, but then whenever we all got in our huddle, of course, Coach Rod was kind of telling us to slow down and, just kind of relax, that we've seen this before. So I kept just trying to adjust myself at the plate and just make sure that, I'm square and I could see the ball. And I didn't think it was over, to be honest. I thought it was going to be one that hit the fence again. I was like, oh, well, then everybody started screaming. I was like, wait, what? And then they were like, it's over. But I was super nervous, but I was just trying to hit the ball and help my team out the best I could.
Well, you crushed it. You were hitting the ball well all night tonight. Now, from where we were sitting, that ball down the left field line was really close. And I know you had a good look at it. Coach Rodriguez had a really good look at it. So did the home plate umpire. He called it foul. What did you see on that play? Because it looked good from where we were sitting.
As soon as I saw it, I was like, oh, my gosh, I'm going. And we were running, and I was happy. And then they were like, he's calling foul. I was like, be so for real. And then as soon as I got in the dugout, everybody was like, that was fair. But I was like, it is what it is. Everything happens for a reason.
Well, a great night at the plate. And talk a little bit about your pitcher, Emma, who was able to get some big outs when they were threatening. And after the first 2 innings, put up zeros all night. Just the effort that she gave you guys to hold on and win that one.
We knew that she was hurting, but, we all had faith in her. When Emma's in the circle, we just know that we can do it and we can win. I was just proud of her, because I know that she's really pushing and she does the best that she can for everybody, not just her, and she just ignores whatever's going on and she plays for us. So,
well, congrats on a big Game 1 win, a big night. We'll see you out here tomorrow.
Thank you.
All right, that was Jaden Luna. Now, Camry Baker, one of our other players of the game here. Camry, you guys, a little bit of adversity, and it was back and forth early on, but you guys answered. They put up a crooked number in the second. You guys put up a crooked number to answer in the second. Just talk about how you guys were able to kind of come back and answer every time they seem to have a little bit of momentum, you guys stole it back?
I feel like it's a part of just us having each other's back and understanding that we're a family and that we're all in this together and we're not just playing for ourselves, we're playing for each other. And if one of us is down, then we're all down. So we just try to keep our momentum even and flat during the game and just be hype.
Yeah. Tell me a little bit about the opposing pitcher, Liliana Rodriguez. She had a pretty good game. She had you guys off balance a little bit, but y'all were able to come up with some big 2-out hits. Kind of what were you guys seeing from her, and how big is it to get a win against her here in Game 1 now moving into tomorrow?
She's a really good pitcher. I'm not going to downgrade her. She can hit her spot. She knows what she's doing. She's calm. She's collected. She put up a good fight. We had some issues in the beginning, but we were able to battle back and win, and I feel like winning today is just eases our nerves for tomorrow. I feel like it gives us a good look at playoffs and what we're looking for.
Yeah, so tell me a little bit. Do you feel like you guys are confident? What's the message, or does anything change as y'all come back for Game 2 tomorrow?
No, nothing changes. I mean, we just have to keep the same momentum, and I feel like it is going to be a little bit easier because we do know what we're going up against, and we have an idea of what we need to do. And critique, I guess, would be to fix tomorrow, but I feel like it's going to be the same thing, and we just need to push through.
Well, we appreciate your time. I think they're starting to take off on you, so I feel like I need to let you go so you can catch up with everybody else.
Bye. Thank y'all.
All right. Okay, and now Emma Davis. Emma, great night in the circle. These guys, they get one in the first. Only one earned run tonight, though, of the 4. And crooked number in the second. But then you put up zeros the rest of the way. I know you're kind of battling through some pain, but just talk about how you were able to settle in and then some good defense help you put up some zeros.
I mean, there's obviously those first inning jitters that you get right before the game, and you could see that I had some jitters, but as soon as I felt that my team was behind me, I came out there and I threw as hard as I could, and I knew that I could trust them. We all had to talk with each other, and we really have to work together, and that's how this team works so well.
Yeah. Okay, and now at the plate, too, another big game. Let's see. I think you were 4 for 4 is what I had. Yeah, right? So 4 for 4, another good night at the plate, too. Just kind of talk about maybe some momentum you guys built for tonight that maybe you can carry over tomorrow.
Just really be pitch selection. Pitch selection is very important for us. We can't be chasing at those crazy ones. You notice that whenever we stopped chasing, we started scoring them runs. You really just have to overpower the pitcher and get into her head and take those good pitches and drive them.
Okay. Do y'all do anything different with 2 outs? Because I feel like that was the difference tonight. You guys got some big 2-out hits. Jaden had that home run with 2 outs, and Phoenix's 2 RBIs with 2 outs. Then they have an opportunity with 2 outs, and you're able to shut those innings down. Just what was the difference tonight with 2 outs and how you guys were able to score runs and then keep them off the board?
Our 2-out approach is definitely the best one that I've seen in a very long time. We all really love pressure. That sounds really crazy, but we love playing under pressure because that's how we practice. And then on defense with 2 outs, we want it more. We want it more than the other team, and that's how we know to go after the ball and just get an out. That's all we need is 1 out.
Well, we appreciate your time. I think I told Cambria they're starting to take off on you guys, so I better let y'all go so y'all can catch up.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much.
All right, we'll see y'all tomorrow. Okay, so again, 7-4 in favor of the Fillies here in game number 1. They'll have game number 2 here on the Shallow Water Sports Network. They start at 5 o'clock tomorrow afternoon, so we'll start a little bit earlier. We expect weather to potentially be an issue tomorrow night, so we'll keep an eye on that. And if game changes or game times are changed or pushed back, we'll let you know if we see any of that. The boys won game 1 of their by-district playoff series against Dalhart tonight. They won 13-0. That game started at 5, ended kind of in the middle of our game here in Lamesa. They will play tomorrow afternoon, so be looking for that midday tomorrow, game number 2 for the boys at Bushland against Dalhart. So for Zach Cole and Mia Davidson here in Lamesa, we will see you tomorrow. Have a good night.